We're back on iRacing for the penultimate week of the Radical Esports Cup, and this week we're heading to Long Beach. I've not actually driven this track before in race trim. The only laps I've had here were earlier in the week. When iRacing was down for maintenance, I jumped into a test session, but the track temperature was over 60 degrees and it was a real struggle to drive. I'm going to jump in now to get some practice laps in, but I'm not going to be like massively pushing. As always, just trying to continue to build that confidence and consistency. We're just going to be trying to keep it on track and bring it home over the line without any incidents. Anyway, let's jump in and see how it went. All right, here we are on the grid at Long Beach in the Radical SR10s for the Radical Esports Cup, an ultimate round of the season. 19 laps, and we have 7 runners in this one. Not a massive field. Qualified P2, but not really with my best laps. But there it goes. Very tricky track. Very easy to stuff it into a barrier. Fire and brake warm-up is a bit of an issue here as well. So try and be a little bit careful on those opening few laps. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Nice to get a good result, but ultimately don't really want to be overly racy an instant because of it. I think we're just waiting for one more car to grid up here. Be away. Alright, here we go.
Okay, standing start. All right, Nick. Nice and neat. Stay out of trouble. Go, go, go.
Good start. A little bit too early into the corner there. Had to back out or else we're going to hit the wall. That one done, and we're still in P2. Be careful into turn 1, not to open it up too much. She'll get a slowdown for crossing the pit line. Happened to me plenty of times in practice. The few laps I did. But the tyres are quite there at the minute, still seem to be sliding around a lot.
Joseph is closing the gap. It's now 1.3 seconds.
Bit too much apex there, and scrape the wall.
Has just done a 116.0. That lap was a 118.3.
Yeah, I went too hot.
We'll need to pit for repairs. We've had the meatball flag.
Left side, clear left.
The car in front of us is Smith, car number 3, C licence, and their rating is 1.7. New fastest lap for Gonzaga, 1:15.8.
Can you see?
Pit lane speed limit is 64 kilometres per hour. Behind Gonzaga, you've got plenty of fuel.
I have no idea where my pit box is here. Can't see a thing. Oh. Alright, let's just tow. Because that's just stupid. 50 seconds to tow even though we was in the pits. Tough one that. It's a tricky track, never driven here before, and doesn't help back there. I have also doing it in the dark. It's very, very tricky to see. So not an ideal first attempt at this track. Oh well. Thing is, I've got 30 seconds of required repairs, but I can't really go out until my lights are fixed. So my lights don't get fixed sharpish. And we're probably going to have to take a good chunk of those optional repairs. Let's actually have a look at the state of the car here. Well, we've got a rear wing at least, so not like we've lost the rear wing. Something, I guess. But anyway, we'll sit here and wait until we have a car that is got some lights and we're able to drive. So I'll be back in a mo. All right, lights back on. So we're going to head out. So I'll be able to see where I'm going now.
Disengage limiter, it takes X clear, don't cross the white line.
Interestingly enough though, as I going out the pits there, somebody appeared behind me and I believe it was the leader. So they're still behind me, so I don't know why they were in the pits. For some reason over around here that
coming out into clear air.
I seem to it's easier at this track for some reason to lock up than at other tracks. I don't know why. I seemed to have this much trouble last week at Catalonia.
Blue flag.
Right side, clear right.
Alright, we're 4 laps down, so try and keep it out the wall then for the rest of the race. Going to lose a big chunk of iRacing, but it is what it is. Now I have the ball there for a minute. At the stand-ins, just trying to see what was going on, but There isn't really anything going on in the standings that I need to worry about.
Incident in turn 11. We think it might be Smith.
All straight. All good. There's some splits on. Give us something to look at least while we're driving. But Smith has carried on. Sort of struggling to slow the car down and get the right rotation. Might be a little bit down to the damage. Peter is running 15.9. Disgusting. My fastest I think is 16.5. I did in practice. Well, that was only a 17 something. George raced with him a few times. There is. And yeah, he's just a 4K driver, so very fast indeed. Projected to run 15 laps here. We're coming on to lap number 9, so another 7 to go. Thought better of telling me something there for whatever reason.
just done a 118.3.
Shocking in comparison to everybody else. So I'm not really sure how much damage I'm carrying, and there's not really any point in pushing overly hard now. Unless somebody crashed out on this lap, there's nothing we can do even to... Somebody was to not finish. I think 4 laps down, we're not going to pick up any more of the positions.
New fastest lap for Gonzaga, 115.6. Okay, Nick, halfway home. We've got plenty of fuel. There's an incident in turn 11. It looks like de Klerk. Just done a 118.0.
Couldn't get into the 17s, could we? Couldn't get any closer though to the 17s.
There's an incident in turn 11. It looks like it's Smith.
One seems to be tripping over turn 11 at the minute.
Two to go. That was a 118.6.
Like I've built a bit of confidence, but
The gap to V2 behind is now 4.8 seconds, a 5 laps in front. That's the new fastest lap for Gonzaga, 115.4.
Yeah, little too late, unfortunately.
Last lap.
Not sure if we're going to actually get place or not here from Ian. As I'm saying, I'm starting to find a rhythm, get into a groove. We go and lock up. Well, that's going to be it. Through main race, really. Little mistake, hit the wall.
There's the checkered flag. Shit day, mate. Let's just pack up and go home.
I'd agree, Jim. We would have... It wouldn't have been so bad if it wasn't a night race. We would have got out a bit quicker from the pits. But because we'd broken the lights, there's nothing we could have done until the lights got repaired. So we had to take some of the optionals, unfortunately. But yeah, tricky combo this week for a circuit that I haven't driven, and then to throw it in as a night race as well. Very, very tricky. But anyway, I'll bring it to the pits. Always while I do that, let's go and take a look at the results. This was the one and only split, and the strength of field was 1,608. We were car number 4, started second, but came home last in P7. Our fastest lap of the race was a 1 minute 17.710. Fastest lap of the race by George was a 1 minute 15.389, 2.3 seconds faster than what I could do. We had 2 incident points and take 7 points for the championship. We gain a little bit of safety rating, 0.04, taking us to 2.3, but we lose a massive 76 iRacing, taking us to 1,304. There we go, guys. That was the race. And yeah, overall, not the best of results, but on the face of it, we still managed to gain some safety rating. So, you know, take every positive we can. Obviously, being a single split race with so few runners, though, massively hurt us in the form of iRacing. And yeah, of course, with it being a night race as well, obviously having no headlights, there was nothing we could have done until wait for them to be repaired either. So yeah, some positives, some negatives. I think as well with this track as well, with it being a new track, one thing I noticed and didn't really touch on in commentary was the brake marker boards are very, very different to what I normally expect. I think normally your brake marker boards are in meters, but this one, they're very close together. I don't know if they're in yards or some other sort of unit of measurement around here, but normally like in these cars, you can brake really hard at 100 meters and still have plenty of time to turn in. Where I actually lost it, I was braking between the 300 and 200 boards, and that clearly wasn't enough to get the car slowed down and turned in without locking up. So yeah, maybe with a bit more practice and a bit more time to actually have a go at this track, I might have put in a bit of better performance, but it is what it is. There's one race left in the season, so hopefully we can have a better result and a better performance next week. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider giving it a like. And if you want to see more racing from me, make sure to subscribe, because there'll be plenty more coming real soon. If you want to get involved with the action on iRacing, head down to the description where you'll find a link, and hopefully I'll see you on track real soon. But all that's left for me to say is thank you very much for watching, and until next time, see ya.